Good morning, everybody. I'm so glad you're here. Boy, I have been freezing. I don't know why, but I am. It's like, oh, I didn't want to get out of bed this morning. It was so cold and I was so warm, but I got up and walked and ready to start my day. I didn't even sleep well last night because I was so cold. Just one of those things, I guess. I am super excited. Maybe that's the reason why I didn't sleep well last night. I can't wait to see what the new in colors are and to see what new stamp sets we're going to get in the annual catalog. Um, I'm going to be ordering them in April so I can ship them out to everybody. I'm shipping them out myself rather than using the mailing selector. I had several people that never got them, and I called and contacted Stampin' Up! Several times. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to do it myself, and that way I know I can keep track of who's got them and who hasn't. And I don't know if I'll get a tracking number on them, but they'll tell me an approximate delivery date. So I'm just going to do that. It'll cost me a little bit more money, but I'd rather you guys have them than to not get them on time. I am playing with a fun set today. I hadn't played with it in a while, and I thought, well, that's a good one. Hey, Sharon, to use. So I decided to pull that one out and do it. I I think I like my Wow card today the best. Um, Although the Clean and Simple is really cute and it's super easy, but you know, who knows? Um, You may find you like the Clean and Simple or the Wow card. But anyway, I am going to be working on that today and hope I give you some ideas to take that stamp set and the punch, because it's a bundle, and make some fun cards. I have to tell you, I messed up. I thought that the Butterfly Brilliance bundle and paper were retired. Well, the paper is no longer available. It has retired. But the bundle itself is still available. So if you haven't signed up for my butterfly class, my retreat, you can still sign up, because all you need are the dies and the stamp set. And I'm going to give you some alternative ideas, since I'll be using anyway, the butterfly paper, but there are others out there that would go with it just as well. So that's what I'm going to do, is go ahead and I'm going to change that option and open it back up, because I don't know how many people were going to take it and wanted the product, but the only thing you can't get is the paper. So I'm going to adjust the price and open it back up. It got cold here and dreary. It's cloudy. I so want spring. I want warm weather, and it doesn't have to be really, really warm. But this 40 stuff, I'm done with it. I'm done. I'm always cold, and it's like, even in the summertime, I'm wearing long sleeve shirts. I'm just always cold, always have been. And it's just one of those things. And my daughter is the same way as I am. She's always cold. She's always got a sweatshirt on. So, I don't know, it's got to be something hereditary is what I think. But I don't remember my mother being cold. But who knows? But I know I am always cold. And so I just kind of just put on a shirt, long sleeve shirt. So, stay warm. But now I'm back to my wearing my fleece jackets because I'm so cold. And if I'm sitting in the chair, I got a blanket over me. I just get cold. So I know everybody says thin blood and all this other stuff. Well, it's been that way all my life. So who knows? What new in color do you think we're going to get? Now, I will tell you, the Pantone, who does the colors for the year, have picked out a yellow and a gray as the color for the year. So it'll be interesting to see. I think we'll get a yellow. but who knows? I don't know if we'll get a gray. We've got three. We've got smoky slate, gray granite, and basic gray. So I don't know if we'll get a gray or not. Probably not. I don't think we'll get a pink because we have quite a few pinks. We only have 3 yellows, so if they found a yellow in between, that would work. We need another light blue. I want a light blue. These will be probably have a grayish undertone to them because the ones that are going out have that grayish undertone. And the current ones are bright. So we'll see. We'll know in a couple of days. I don't know when. I know the retiring list is coming out, I think on the 24th. So check your catalogs, get your wish list. Oh, I'd love to have a pretty yellow too, Sharon. So saffron isn't bad, but it's not a pure yellow. I would like to see a light, pure yellow. So mark your catalog. Anything that's on your wish list, you want to order that first day because it sells out so fast it isn't funny. And if you're like me and you love that Seaside spray, you want to order it now because that's the first thing that goes are the in colors. And we all know it's going out. So order it now. Get yourself the pad, the reinker, and be ready. And if you have the marker, you can refill it with the reinker. So you can use it for a while. Let me see. Greens, we're okay on the greens. We got lots of greens. I don't know if there's anything else. It won't be a purple with all the issues that they had. Hey, Gladys. With all the issues they had with purple posy, I don't think they'll come back with another purple. Let's see. I can't think of any other colors. So saffron is too light, Sharon? Oh, I don't think so. I'd like to see one even lighter than that. Hey, Barbara. I think a lighter yellow would be nice. Well, I hope you have your beverage of choice, and today mine is hot tea because I'm cold. And I'm going to take one more sip, and we're going to get started. And move my cup out of the way because, with my luck, I'd turn it over. Okay, so as I stated, we're going to be playing with the Dragonfly Garden bundle, and I specifically used that image, that dragonfly, and that sentiment. And I also used those just on the Clean and Simple card. And then I have the punch because I'm going to punch out my dragonflies. I love it when we don't have to fussy cut. So let's see. Here's our first card. I did use the blends on this to give it some color. So we're going to get started. And we need our card base, which is whatever size that you guys use in your country. And I'm pulling in a scrap paper, and I apologize, it's got other things on it, but I know that when I go to stamp this, it's going to go off. So I want to make sure I have something underneath. So I put my stamp on the block, and I'm going to take, and I'm going to ink it up with Memento. All right, there we go. And I tried to get rid of the fan if you hear I don't know what you'd call it, a background noise. But I couldn't turn it off. I did stop some things that I had going, so hopefully that will help. All right, so there's our image. I'm going to take my dragonfly, and I'm going to stamp him like he's heading toward that top flower. So right about there. All right, and to give it some color, I'm going to use the Blackberry Bliss, and I'm going to use the wings, and I'm going to stamp it to add some color. And I went for something really light. I didn't want anything dark. All right. Now while I got my Blackberry Bliss here, I'm going to go ahead and stamp my sentiment down here, like so. And now I'm going to pull in my light Blackberry Bliss blend. And I'm just going to do some real quick coloring of the flowers. And I just wanted to add some color. So I'm going to go through, and I'm doing it really quickly. I mean, if white shows up, it's no big deal. All right, I'm going to color in. I got a lot to color. I colored in all the flowers just because I thought it could use it. I'm just going to work my way up, and I'm going to hit the tops of these and then go back to the bottom and start back up. And it's just like a little scribble, just to give it a little color. Because you really, if you color the whole thing in, you won't really be able to tell what it is. So just some quick coloring. There's another one there. And I'm just going to work my way down. There's a lot on here. When I first started coloring, I didn't realize how much there was. But I just kept coloring and working my way up. Got it done. I think that's it. I don't see anything else. All right, and then I pulled in the dark Blackberry Bliss, and I did the tops of those flowers just to give it some interest and kind of set them off from everything else. All right, there's our clean and simple card. Quick and easy. All right. I wanted to show you that with the supplies from the bundle and the suite, you can step it up. So what I did was I took my image and I'm going to put it on a panel, and all the measurements will be posted after the live is over so that you can go back and look at them. So I'm going to pull in my scrap paper. I'm going to try to remember to move it this time. And I'm going to stamp my image again. Okay. And I'm just using a black. And I'm trying to get it as close to the center as I can. All right, so there's my image. And I'm going to color it, but this time I'm going to pull in the Mossy Meadow for the leaves. So I stepped it up by putting the image on a panel that I'm adding to the card base. I left my card base white. Right. Try and work my way down so I have it. Just hit what I see. Sometimes it's just a matter of touching it, and the ink is enough to give it some color. Okay, now I can move on to this. And since these are small, it's okay to kind of scribble. And I found for those other ones that I could take and just kind of do a circle. and it worked, especially for this one. All right. And there we go. The hardest part on this is the green. I think I got them all. And I used the light green Mossy Meadow because there's a lot here. So I did my leaves and trying to get the stems, but I wanted some green on the stems. There we go. Once I get the leaves done, then I can go back and do the... Right, and this one has little tiny leaves on it. So I just kind of did what I could see. All right, now I'm going to start here and go all the way down. And then I'm going to do this one. I see some spots that I need to do. All right, and there's, you have to kind of go in between the flowers. Then we've got this one. And they all kind of just run together, so I just kind of go down and do the best I can. But it gives it some color and you get an idea. And you don't have to do this. You don't have to color the tops either, but I mean, you could easily stamp this with the Blackberry Bliss and not have to color anything. But I thought it would be fun to do some coloring and show you some ideas. All right, got that, and the only thing left is to take my dark and do the tops of these flowers. Oops, I did the wrong side. And I assume these are like painted daisies, but I could be wrong. I'm trying to find out if the deer like painted daisies. I'm hoping they don't. So then I can add some painted daisies to my white ones. All right, I took a piece of the Dragonfly Garden DSP, Dandy Garden is what it's called. And I'm going to add it, dropped my papers. I'm going to add it to the back of here. So I'm going to take and put a little bit of glue. Now, this piece was a scrap I had, so I didn't cut it down. But I did use a smaller one for the wow card. All right, and I'm going to have it right about there. Okay, so I've got that piece poking out, and this one I know is smaller, but that's okay. Doesn't matter. And that goes on to my card base, and I'm going to put it on with dimensionals. So, and it takes a lot. This would be the time to use Fun Foam. I couldn't think. All right, but I'm going to just add a bunch on here. I don't know how many are here. It's not, oh, it says 4. Okay. Oh, hi, Ruth. I didn't see you come in. All right, so I'm going to add these all over. So I have them. I forgot to put a bag in my trash can, so I'm just going to stack up all my trash over here to the side. I'll put it in the trash after the video. All right, now fun time begins. Taking off all my backs. Okay, almost there. I hadn't done any coloring in a while, but I thought it would be fun to pull in some bright colors to get some spring in the air. And I'm watching my tops and bottoms and the side, trying to get them as even as I can. I then took my dragonfly and I stamped him, and I'm going to color him using my blends. And I'm just going to do some quick coloring. Usually I have this done, but I thought today I would color so you could see. If you don't have the blends, or if you do and you're struggling, some ideas. Oops, I forgot to do the other side. I kind of do circles when I'm coloring with them. That way it doesn't really show any lines. I know I have tried doing the lines, and sometimes they show and sometimes they don't, but that could be operator error. Then I took the dark one and I put just a line along the top of both. I didn't do the bottom. And then I went back with the light, and I'm going to blend that out so that that top wing is just slightly darker. And I wanted some bling. Oh yeah, Ruth, this is a fun one to play with. So I pulled in my Wink of Stella and I did my wings to add some sparkle, because you know dragonfly wings sparkle if you've ever seen them. Now I get to use the punch, and I'm going to punch it out. Nope, I got to cut it off, the tip off. It won't go in far enough. All right, come on here. All right. There we go. I'm curious, because this one we've used the paper with so much. I don't know what they're going to do, because the paper is going to retire. All the paper retires, so we'll see. All right, where's my dimensionals? Here they are. And I'm going to put just one in the middle, like so. I'll put some things up there on my computer so I can see it. And I'm going to put that right about there. And I bend the wings up so it looks like it's in flight. To do my sentiment, I decided to pop it. So I'm going to stamp it with Blackberry Bliss. And then I still have the punches, so I'm using the 1-inch punch. I love my punches for sentiments and things like that. It makes it quick and easy. So there's that. And then I took Blackberry Bliss and the 1 1/4, which has been gone a long time, and I punched it out, and I'm going to put the two of them together. And like so. And then that goes on with dimensionals. I need to cut some. So I think I'm gonna add like two there. Sometimes I add 3, sometimes I add 2, it just depends. All right. Now when I go to put this down, I got to make sure I put the sentiment up correctly. And I put it just down in the corner like so. And there's the stepped up version. All right. But, you know, we've got to take it to the wow. And there it is. So it's basically the same thing, but I did take and I added another layer. So what I did was, I'm pulling in all my supplies here. I had the same size paper, and like I said, there's that little piece of DSP that I'm just going to leave there. And I'm going to go ahead and stamp this one. If I can find my ink. I used to be so good about having everything in its place, and since I have to I use this program, I have to have my computer on my desk. So I'm still struggling with an arrangement. Okay, got it. Okay. I'm going to move that out of the way now because we're done. And I'm going to pull in all my blends so I have them. Let's get started. Oops, wrong end. I tend to like the, I don't know, they call it a bullet nib, which is this, which is have a strong one, rather than this that's a brush end that's really flexible. I like this one better. So it's just personal preference. I think you can get in smaller areas with the bullet end. I mean, as you can see, I can just kind of go down real quick and tap these just to add some color, and then go back up and then down the next one. There's one there. It's interesting because when you start to do this, the first couple of times you do it, it's not too bad, but then after a while it's like they all kind of look the same. So it all kind of blends together. So you really have to pay attention to what you're doing. And if you miss one, you'll know when you're finished. You just go back and touch it up. And I like this because it makes it look like wildflowers. They have no rhyme or reason. I think I got them all. Oops, there's one right there. All right, now to do our light. I didn't use the dark. I don't know why. I have it out here. Let's do our leaves. The coloring. Oh, I missed that whole flower. Goodness gracious. How did I do that? See, like I said, when you start, you'll find it. Okay. These things are hard to pull apart. I'm going to try to do all the leaves so that all I have left is the stems. And you don't realize how much there is to this until you start coloring it. I mean, it's got a lot of detail to it. All right, I think I got it all. Now I'm going to do the stem. I'm just kind of going down. And the stems do kind of run together, so if you get it close, nobody will see. They'll just marvel at your coloring skills. And it's the ones that like this where you have to stop and start that are the challenge. When it's a straight line, it's not too bad. You can kind of color it all in quickly. There we go. All right, now I need to do my tops. All right. And my image is colored. Now, I'm going to add some glue to this, and I'm going to do the same thing I did before. I'm going to add that little piece of interest to the side. Right, and I'm going to use my grid to help me get it on there straight. This one is not going to have as much sticking out as the other one did. A little bit more. There we go. All right, so I've got that. My card base is still the white. Yeah. This could be done in any color. You could do this in yellow. I think it would be pretty in a yellow. Mango medley would be pretty also. So lots of colors. I took a piece of the Blackberry Bliss and the Tasteful Textile embossing folder, and I embossed it. All right. And which side is up? Which side do I want to show? I want that one to show. And I'm going to put this on, since it is embossed, with double-sided tape so that it sticks. There's nothing worse, piece of fuzz in there, than the card falling apart when the recipient takes it out of the envelope. So you have to make sure it's really stuck down tight. And I use the double-sided tape because if your embossing usually it has plateaus and valleys. Well, if your ink goes down in the valley, it's going to harden down there. It's not going to stick to anything. At least with this, your tape goes all the way across, and it will stick to all of the card base. All right, and I'm going to show you a hint for how to put this on. I'm going to emboss or burnish my edges. I'm going to take one corner, and in that corner, I'm going to fold both pieces back so that the corner is exposed. Then I'm going to go down to the opposite corner, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to fold that back, and I'm going to fold this one back, like so. So now I have my corners, opposite corners exposed. I'm going to go to my card base, and I'm going to put down my corners that still have the tape on them. And I can get it on there straight. When I get it straight, I push down on the corners that don't have the tape behind it, and then pull out my pieces, and your panel will be on your card straight. So that's a great way to use, to put it down straight. And now I need some more dimensionals, so let's get started with adding those to the back of this. Those of you who don't know me, I love my dimensionals. I use them a lot. That's why I cut them in half. With my crafting, I could go through a package of dimensionals a day. So by cutting them in half, it goes further. And I have more money for stamps and dies. All right. And it holds just as well. So that's the reason why I do it. If it didn't hold, I've also used Fun Foam. And you can get the one that Hobby Lobby sells is the exact same thickness as our dimensionals. So, and you can put it on with glue. I've done that too. So let me get my backs off here. Oops, that one doesn't have it. It came off when I was putting it on. Yeah, they have the big sheets of Fun Foam at Hobby Lobby. It's either $1 or $2. So not a bad price. Oh, almost blew that one. It's got to be to the side. I stamped my dragonfly, and I'm going to color it the same way I did the other one. I'm going to color in the wings. And I'm going to use some more Wink of Stella on this to give it some sparkle. And I have a tendency to do around the edges and then to really cut loose on the inside. Okay, there's that. Now I need my line at the top of my top wing. And then I'm going to come back with the light and blend it in, which really actually makes it darker. But that's okay because it does give it some definition, so to speak. All right. Oh, well, thanks, Sharon. I'm going to take and add my Wink of Stella, and then we can punch this out and add it to my card. That's the other thing I go through a lot of is Wink of Stella. Oh my gosh. I don't know if you guys have that issue or not. I'm checking to make sure it's clear. I don't know. I know with markers you have to be careful that they'll pick up the color. And so you want to scribble off your Wink of Stella so it doesn't stain it and dye it. Okay, there we go. There's our dragonfly. All right, time for a dimensional in the middle of that. And then that one I'm going to put up there like it's heading towards, it's a little higher than the other one. I'm going to do my sentiment almost the same way. I'm going to stamp my sentiment. I'm going to close this up because I'm done with it and I don't want to put my hand in it. My 1-inch punch. Punch it out. Like so. All right. Then I used, I'm looking for my other piece. I used the 1 1/4. I can't find my piece. Oh, there it is. It was hiding. I used the 1 1/4 and punched out a piece of Blackberry Bliss. But when I went to put this on, it was lost. So I went, oh. So I thought, okay, I can solve that problem. I pulled in a piece of silver foil and the 1 3/8 inch punch. Now this one's been going a long time, but I'll tell you, I don't get rid of my punches. I love my punches. And I'm going to put this on the foil. But I will tell you, I do use glue dots for the foil because I have found that it used to be snail. Sorry about that. I even turned off my notifications. So, all right. Are you still there? I hope so. It was a telemarketer. I hate those calls. I get them all the time. I never answer them. I let them go straight to voicemail. And if they want to keep calling back, that's their problem. But I had turned it off and put it on do not disturb. But obviously it didn't matter. All right, now I'm gonna take my backs off. I never know if that happens. Oh, it says there's still 5 people there, so I hope it is. All right, this is gonna be at the bottom. All right, and then I think I'm gonna miss these little ladybugs. Oh my gosh, I love these little things. I hope those carry over. Thanks, Barbara. I so want these to carry over because they're just too cute. So I'm going to add a little ladybug there. And there's our wow card. So we went from clean and simple to stepped up to the wow card. And as you can see, the elements are the same. My sentiment stayed the same, but I made this a layer and I added a layer there. So that's, that's a way to step up your cards, If you have an idea for one and you're not certain what you want to do with it, then I've done this before and it's like, oh, thanks, Joan. It's like, I don't like this. So I cut it apart, use this piece, and then I use this as a layer if I need it, where it won't show. But 3 great cards, and it'll be interesting to see if this stamp set and punch carries over into the annual catalog. I thought I read that it was, but who knows? It may not. We never know till it comes out, whether it is or not, because they've told us before things are going to carry over and then they don't. So I don't know, but I just thought that it was there, and I'm going to try and, oh, you're quite welcome, Ruth. I'm going to try and focus, I think, now, I will not be here next Saturday. I haven't decided if I'm going to do a video and post. When I did that before, nobody watched the video. So I don't know, but I'm going home to see the girls. I haven't seen them since before Thanksgiving, so I want to go see them. So I'm going to go home and see them. I'll try and get cards made before I leave. I'll put it in my list of things to do, so that, because I'm coming back Friday. I don't know what date Friday is. Let me see. Friday the 2nd. So I can, if I get my card made on the 3rd, I will do it on the 3rd, but I know I won't be here next week. I'm hoping to leave next Saturday, but I have to wait and see. But we'll see. Well, ladies, if your weather's like mine today, it's cold and cloudy and a perfect day. Oh, thanks, Joan. I will. I haven't seen them other than through FaceTime, and I really need to see them. If your weather's like mine, cold and cloudy, perfect day to hit your studios, craft rooms, and get inky. So have some fun. And if you make something with this set or make one of these ideas, share it with me. I love seeing what you guys do. I do this to inspire you, and I hope I do. And I love it when people share with me what they've made, because I just love seeing how I've inspired you. It makes me know that what I'm doing is worthwhile for you, because that's what I want to do. I want to do things that you can use. It doesn't do me any good to, do stuff and then you go, well, I can't do that. I try and do things you can do. All right, ladies, have a nice weekend, and hopefully I'll see you in 2 weeks' time. Stay safe, stay warm, because it got cold on us again, and we will get together in 2 weeks' time. Bye. Oh, if you're available Monday at noon Eastern Standard Time, I do a Zoom craft along. You just bring your own projects and work on them, and that's what we all do. We chit chat, ask questions, share things, all of that. So um, I hope you can join us and have a little fun. And even if you don't stay, I do it for 2 hours, but if you don't stay that whole time, it's no big deal. Some people come in, stay about an hour, and then they go. So, all right, guys, have a great weekend. Bye.